Alrighty, so here you can see my class and the setup I'm using for my hardpoint victories at the moment for that early dominance win. At the moment we're using the cordite. Its high clip potential means you have a lot of spare ammo, enough to sort of shoot bullets at enemies, get them down a few health points and make them retreat, otherwise they die. Keeps them off the point nice. Then you've got rapid fire, because you're going to be dealing with mainly close quarters engagements, and that extra fire rate will help you beat out other guns like the Maddox and the Spitfire if you're accurate enough. Grip, just because if you miss a shot it can be the difference between life and death, and therefore it can be the difference between winning the game and losing the game. Hellion Salvo, just as usual, if they have barricades or a torque that's putting down good razor wires, you want to be able to take those out because that'll really hamper your ability. You do have tactical mask on this class, but the thing is that pulling out a rocket launcher and helping your teammates is also beneficial by taking out the razor wires, so that's one of the things you do want to do. I have equipment charge to make sure that my reactor core is always up. I don't care so much for the flamethrower. I think it's a bit lackluster and it does glitch out quite often. And if you do happen to be in a win-lose scenario and you pull out your flamethrower and it just glitches out and doesn't do any damage, it's not really going to be that handy. So I mainly focus on using a reactor core with my equipment charge. I also have engineer. I mainly have this perk to spot mesh mines and sensor darts as to avoid going into them. It's also handy to see exactly where tac deploy beacons are so you can destroy those before they get a good spawn off. It also has the benefit of giving you a reroll. Now, one thing I've noticed is that in game, you generally get better rerolls on your care packages. So if you reroll a UAV, there's a pretty good chance you're going to get something better than. Sometimes I've even rerolled stuff like Hellstorms and I've gotten gunships. It just seems like overall it's a bit biased towards giving you something towards the high end in terms of kill streaks. So it's pretty handy to use. Then on top of that you have cold-blooded, because you want to focus on getting to the hard point and then staying on the hard point rather than killing players or killing kill streaks. Additionally, you should have another class set up for taking out kill streaks. So again, this isn't really your main focus. Your main focus is getting to that point, and this can help you achieve that. In addition to that, you also have Dead Silence, which is, you know, if you don't take Dead Silence, you're a bit of a nuffy, because this is one of the most powerful perks in the game at the moment. Footsteps are incredibly easy to hear, and with the acoustic sensor, you really want to have this on most of your classes, if not all of them, in addition to Ghost if you want, if you're not taking a Hellion, because it's just so powerful and it stops people with acoustic sensor from just completely dominating you at every single corner. Alrighties, enjoy the game. Alrighties, here we are with another commentary. We're on firing range. Not the best map really for hardpoint. It's kind of a stomp for either side, depending on how the match goes, but it can be a bit of fun if you use the flanks appropriately and it's a close game, so here we go. Using the cordite and a bit of a different setup here, focused on holding the point and getting points for my team rather than going on massive sprees, which taking the flank to begin with, and it looks like it might pay off. I do need to hit him. Alright, okay, so we're gonna get on the point now. This might be a bit of a problem. Alright, so again, scaling up. Just keeping the pressure on, holding this point. That's after all what I'm trying to do with this class setup. I'm not trying to be overly efficient with my kills. Another reason why I picked the cordite is its huge ammo capacity, meaning that I can expend more rounds with a bit of cover and assurance that they're not going to charge at me. Okay, I did die there. I probably should have hit that last shot, but oh well. Already got 26 points tracking, so we're going to be in a pretty big lead. Now, ooh, actually, might be able to grab a few more.
Hardpoint is secure.
Yep, going to be able to get up to 30, which is perfect.
Hostiles have taken out our tac deploy beacon.
Ignore the people, go straight to it.
Hardpoint is secure.
Alright, so they're not here yet. Teammate died. Wait 1 second, and then... Now the reason I picked Firebreak actually is just because he has such great defensive and offensive potential for the hard point. It means that if you're on the point, you can use it to hold people off of the point, and if there are people on the point, you can use it to get them off the point. Really underrated. Some changes in some matches, some people don't pick him, so if that does happen, I just snag him up. Just so I can use his awesome abilities, which are kind of a bit broken, but hey, what are you going to do about it? RCXD. Now if I can just stay alive for 1 second longer, I'll be able to get a care package, and that will be a huge boost. One thing I've noticed is that if you use engineer, you do tend to get better rolls when you reroll.
Mesh mine spotted.
Alright. So I'm going to go down here, way away from the hard point. It's probably going to screw over my team with their spawning, but at the same time, if I get something good with the care package, it can be worth it. Plus I have the security of this little area here. Yeah, see, they're miles away. My teammates went straight towards where they are, so I've got a small buffer for me and my care package. We're winning at the moment by a long shot, so there isn't much point of me trying too hard.
We've lost the hard point.
Ah, somebody already left, so they've got a new player on the team. Not sure what rank he is. He's
Hardpoint
gonna
locked
have to
down.
deal with the mess being left in. And then we just go like this.
Hardpoint is
And we get
secure.
last point. Beautiful. That's exactly what you want.
Friendly tactical beacon offline.
Too easy. Alrighty. Alright, I'm gonna use my health on here because it's good. Get them off the point.
Hardpoint identified.
Don't really get anything, but that doesn't matter. Again, just run straight to the point. With this class setup, you're not looking to kill people. It is very kill efficient. You're gonna lose battles if you go out looking for people. It's designed to get in close range and hold the point and avoid being killed by equipment and score streaks.
Victory's close.
So what I've taken is tac mask, cold-blooded, dead silence because acoustic sensor is a bitch still. Again, I've got the cordite for blood, ammo capacity.
Hardpoint lost.
Oh, it's using the knife. Okay. Alright. That's probably why they aren't doing so well, to be entirely honest. They've got that one dude with the knife. Yeah, anyways, this game looks like it's about sealed.
I'm testing hardpoint.
Not
Hardpoint
else to
lost.
say. Alright, that was a bit done with him, but alright.
Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint
Okay.
lost.
Now just move on to the next point.
Hardpoint identified.
And now we can just hold it.
Hardpoint locked down.
Use my lightning strike. Bit weird, but alright. That's fine. I'll happily take that. Get him off the point. Killed his reactor core. I still only have 20 points. This game is looking more and more like it's in the bag. There isn't really much they can do now to win. They'd have to have a monumental comeback, which is just highly unlikely. So. Ah, it's an ally. Whoopsies, that looks a bit newbie.
Tango down.
I'm just a bit on edge at the moment. Alright, so we're up to 150
Our
roughly.
deploy beacon is
This
offline.
game's over. There's no chance that they're coming back from this. And this all stemmed from that early domination we had on the point. There has been absolutely no way for these guys to come back after you get that early edge over them. And they had a player leave, which meant they couldn't come back. It took a while for that spot to fill. And overall, we just won the match simply because of that early domination. Without it, I don't know if we would have won. Now, knife guy's right behind me.
Hardpoint is secure.
TACOM, deploy UAV on my grid.
Again, not much they can do. Look at the spawning. I may not even have to use my reactor core here. I think I'm fine. Yeah. I should be good.
I'm testing hardpoint.
Alrighty, so that's one good way to start off a hardpoint match if you're looking to win, which is basically what I always try and do in all of my game modes. I always try and win the match. I don't care so much about KDA anymore. I mean, obviously it's nice to have a nice KDA, but if I can win, then a bad KDA is just the price I pay. Yeah, so here's not really much for them to do. They're just stuffed either way.
Crash eliminated.
My teammates are actually doing really well. I'm surprised, you know. Me, not so much. But hey. We won.
Hardpoint located.
Tactical beacon online.
Hostiles
Yeah,
have
so
captured
you're
the
probably wondering
hardpoint.
why I have such a weird
Hardpoint is secure.
commentary. It's
Sir,
because usually I try and
requesting
want to sort of
attack
teach you guys something or show you. There usually aren't a lot of things to teach you in a match like this. You know, you sort of get that early dominance, and then after that, we just win. There is nothing else the enemy can do.
Did what we were paid
They
to
can't
do.
really come back from that. And with the player leaving, it kind of just sealed their fate before they even hit 30 points. Now let's see what the play of the game was.
Good effect.
Yeah, play of the game's broken. It doesn't really ever show something that's been fantastic in the game.
Enemy patrol.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. Look, he did well there. I'll give him that. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment if you want, and like and subscribe if you can.
Yo, DJ, put a nigga back to the record, baby, and give me this